Let's take a look at food deserts in America. We've already established that a person's zip code impacts about 50% of their determinants of health. One of these factors is the availability of healthy and affordable food. The USDA defines a food desert as an urban area where 33% of residents are more than 1 mile from a grocery store, or a rural area where 33% of residents are more than 10 miles from a grocery store. This follows an assumption that people living in a rural area have access to working transportation. This USDA map gives you an idea of the number of food deserts in the United States based on those criteria. If you increase the distance from a grocery store in a rural area from 10 to 20 miles, you get the areas shown in red. As if food deserts weren't enough to contend with, the reality is that many of the urban food deserts are now considered food swamps. A food swamp is where the only options for affordable food are fast food outlets and convenience stores stocked with junk food. Residents in areas considered food swamps have higher rates of obesity and associated health issues. So what does this actually look like? It means that if you live in a rural food desert, such as this one in the Massachusetts Berkshires, your options for purchasing food look like this. If you live in an urban area, such as this portion of Springfield, Ohio, your options for supermarkets look like this, and restaurants look like this. Even in larger and growing cities, such as Nashville, you have significant food deserts, with plenty of fast food and a distinct lack of grocery stores. Produce doesn't stay fresh for long and tends to be even more expensive in areas considered food deserts. This means that when people who live in food deserts do get to a grocery store, their options may still be pretty limited. Alternatively, corner stores, dollar stores under any name, and convenience stores may have options like this: inexpensive, although still pricier than a well-stocked grocery, and long-lasting. Of course, this is still the easiest option after a long day, and unfortunately, it is often the least expensive as well. Putting a grocery store in the middle of a food desert or a food swamp is not going to make everyone decide to go for a salad instead of a burger. But all of the dietary and nutritional counseling and education available isn't going to do any good if healthy options are not available and affordable for your patients.